Good morning, everyone. Our team thinks that death penalty should be banned in the U.S. There are two main reasons that I'm going to talk about, and the rest of it I'll let Tiffany to talk about. The first one is there is a possibility that innocent people will be punished by the death penalty. And according to a nonprofit organization, Death Penalty Information Center, it is over 1,200 people executed since 1979 may have been innocent. In a case from the Eye-Weekly, the criminal was sentenced death penalty in 1989 for killing policemen, but some witnesses argue that they were threatened by the prosecution. But even though the witness said that they will be threatened by the prosecution, but the judgment still don't care and still sentence the criminal to death penalty. And the other main idea is the aim of death penalty is to prevent crime. But life sentence with no parole can also prevent crime. Why we have to kill people? And according to the Atlanta Journal and Constitution in 1995, the purpose of death penalty is to punish the criminals. There are a lot of ways to punish the criminals. The criminals will suffer them from the rest of their life in the jail. So it will be much more tough for them to live in a jail for their rest of life, rather than sentence them for the death penalty. Yeah.
I will illustrate our main idea of life sentence costs less than death penalty. I will give the information about the cost of the death penalty. This information also comes from Death Penalty Information Center. There are 6 parts of the cost of death penalty. The first part is legal costs, because almost all the murderer, the criminal, they don't have the money to hire to pay for the attorney, and they also need 2 public defenders, and also those kind of costs also cost from the government. And the second part of the cost is from the pre-trial costs, because the capital cases, like the capital punishment, is more complicated than the other kind of the criminal. So it's gonna cost more. Also, it's gonna cost more on the jury selection part and the trial part, because, as I mentioned, that it's so complicated to judge the death penalty. And also, it will cost more of the incarceration, because those people, they assume that they are criminals, so they gonna hire more staff member, more security, and even give them a single cell. So it's gonna cost more on that part. The final part is the appeals part, because death penalty is difficult to judge. So every single person, they have the right to appeal, even several times. It's gonna take a lot of times, like several years, to appeal, and finally gonna judge them if they deserve death penalty or not. So I also got the number of the cost. In 1988, the Sacramento Bee found that the death penalty cost California $19 million annually, beyond the ordinary cost of the justice system. And according to the state and the federal records obtained by the Los Angeles Times in 2005, the maintaining of the death penalty system now costs the taxpayers more than $150 million a year. And that's way beyond the cost of just simply locking those criminals into the prison. And also, it's also come from Los Angeles Times, concluded that California's and federal taxpayers have paid more than $215 million for each execution. So in conclusion, it's a lot of money to pay for the death penalty, and if we ban the death penalty, we can save those money, and we can spend those money to many other ways. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.